The Best Things, a bedtime story. It's still snowing in the village. Yesterday's tracks have been covered over and everything looks new again, crisp and white. More big flakes drift lazily down as the sun comes up on another day. In the cottage on the hill, the little one wakes. She stretches and sits up to find her mama at the end of the bed, mending a seam on their patchwork quilt. "We have to take care of our magic quilt, don't we?" Mama says with a twinkle in her eye. The little one remembers the story, how the winter fairies from the mountains made beautiful quilts for every family in the village one especially cold winter, to keep all the new babies cosy and warm. She also knows that really it was her grandmama and her great-grandmama who sewed the quilt before her mama was born. But she likes to hear the story, and a little part of her still thinks that her mama really came from the winter fairies in the mountains too. The little one pulls the lovely old quilt around herself in a snuggly hug. "Can we have pancakes?" Mama is cooking in the kitchen. The little one follows when the lovely warm sweet smell of pancakes wafts up the stairs. Mama pours the batter to make different shapes, and as she cooks, she tells the story of the good little princess. The good little princess lived in a beautiful castle full of elegant things. When the princess asked her parents why she had so much more than all the other children in the kingdom put together, they simply told her it was because she was a princess. She must demand the best of everything. One morning, the princess asked for pancakes in the shape of every animal there was. The king and queen ordered the palace chefs to make them all, and when they were done, the princess asked for pancakes shaped like trees and plants, with fruit and berries inside, and the king and queen ordered the chefs to make them too, until the great dining hall was a pancake garden full of pancake birds and beasts. Now you might think that was terribly wasteful, all those pancakes for one little girl. But the little princess had a surprise for the king and queen. She had sent out notes the day before, inviting all the children from the village to join her for breakfast. The proud king and queen had to admit it was the best breakfast time the palace had ever seen. "I've tried to make animals for you," Mama sighs, "but so far my bears and bunnies seem to have too many legs." "Well, I think they're the best," says the little one as honey dribbles down her chin. "More legs are more yummy." Mama sends the little one upstairs to put on her warmest clothes. "We have to walk to the shops," she says, "and although it's bright, it's very cold." The little one comes down in the jumper her mama knitted for her. "Oh dear," laughs Mama, "I didn't get the fit quite right, did I?" "Well, I think it's the best jumper ever," says the little one, spinning around. "It covers my hands and my knees and keeps my chin warm too." The little one wants to build a snowman, but Mama says they should do the shopping first, just in case it starts to snow harder, so they trudge towards the village. As they walk, Mama tells a woolly monkey story. It was a cold, cold winter in the fanciful forest. Even though the woolly monkeys had on their knitted coats, the little monkeys still felt chilly. They shivered and huddled together and wanted to stay in bed all day. The mama monkeys and the papa monkeys knew this was not good for their little ones. So early one morning they put breakfast berries in high branches and hidey holes all over the forest. So when the little monkeys wanted their breakfast, they had to climb and jump and swing to get it, and very soon they felt nice and warm. Mama makes a funny monkey noise and pretends to get a berry from above her head, and then hops and whirls through the snow to find more imaginary treats. The little one joins in, and for the rest of the journey they are running, hopping and weaving, laughing all the while. "You are silly, Mama," says the little one, her cheeks rosy and warm, "but you make up the best games. And you are the best at playing them." In the village, Mama buys her things as the little one trails behind, gazing into all the windows. She stops by a window that's full of marvellous toys. There are mechanical cars and beautiful dolls, pink castles, pirate ships and forts full of wooden soldiers. Mama looks a little sad when she explains they have no money for such lovely toys. The little one smiles up at her. "I like Woolly Monkey best anyway," she says, hugging her much-loved toy, "because you made him, especially for me." On the way home, the snow starts to fall more heavily. The little one is too cold to build her snowman, so they go straight back indoors. After they've stamped the snow from their boots and warmed themselves by the fire, Mama puts the shopping away and the little one plays with blocks. The blocks keep tumbling down, so when Mama has finished in the kitchen, she comes to sit on the floor and asks, "So, what are we building?" "I want to build a palace for Woolly Monkey, but I can't get it right," the little one says with a frown. "Building a palace is a very big job for one little person," says Mama. "Shall we do it together?" And so they build. They build towers and archways and walls with battlements on top, and when they're finished, they declare it to be the best palace they have ever seen, and they would like to live in it themselves. The little one puts her toy inside, but some of the bricks come tumbling down again, so they knock them all down, giggling, and decide that perhaps their little house is the best place to be, after all. At the end of the day, the little one is having a bath. Mama tells her the story of the best song ever sang. There was a young girl who got lost in the forest, and she sang a song so she would not be so afraid. The song was so beautiful that all the animals and all the birds stopped to listen. Even the bears and wolves came to listen. One wolf was so charmed by her song that instead of trying to eat her, it led her out of the forest to safety. When the girl got home, she told the story, but try as she might, she could not remember the song. The little one thinks and looks disbelieving. "It couldn't be as good as the goodnight song. That's the best song I've ever heard." Mama smiles a big smile, wraps the little one up in a warm towel and sings the goodnight song. The snow is still falling as the little one goes to bed, feeling like she's had the best day. In her cosy home, with the snuggly quilt wrapped around her and Woolly Monkey tucked up in her arms, she looks up at her mama and smiles sleepily. "You are the best mama in the world," she sighs as her eyes are closing, "and you make all the best things." "Do you know, I think you might be right," whispers Mama as she kisses her sweet little one on the top of her head. "Because I made you." Night-night.